8 very known celebrities that struggled with depression. Struggling with depression and anxiety is something everyone may experience. In fact, you might be surprised by the statistic results for depression worldwide every year. However, your favorite celebrities are definitely not immune. We all see celebrities as people that are living a happy and perfect life, but nobody sees the struggles and issues they face every day. Inside their big houses and mansions hides many ongoing battles with severe depression. As it turns out, money is probably not a shield for mental illness or the feelings of sadness, loneliness, and anxiety that contribute to depression. These celebrities that we have for you on the list today are brave enough to share their situation without shame. They showed everyone that mental illness is a normal topic to talk about in a conversation. If you're interested about knowing who these celebrities are, then please keep watching. Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey has opened up about his own experiences with depression. We all know Jim has made a career for himself by making people laugh, but this funny and loved celebrity has his own struggles. Though he did not reference the matter that led him to his previous situation, he said that he spent most of his life fighting depression. He described himself as sometimes happy, and he added by saying, "At this point, I don't have depression. There is not an experience of depression. I had that for years, but now, when the rain comes, it rains, but it doesn't stay. It doesn't stay long enough to immerse me and drown me anymore." However, it is believed that he went through a strong period of stress when his ex-girlfriend, Catriona White, passed away after committing suicide with drug overdose back in 2015, and also because he underwent a lawsuit after his ex-estranged husband over claims he supplied the prescription drugs she took before committing suicide. In recent years, Jim has distanced himself from fame and fortune, rallying against what he sees as corrupting forces. His grounded sense of humanity can be seen in his reflections on depression. Ellen DeGeneres. 23 years ago, Ellen DeGeneres came out to the public as being gay on the cover of Time magazine. She has opened up about how she was treated by Hollywood after coming out. Her television show was cancelled and opportunities in the entertainment industry began to disappear. The bullying I endured after I came out made up for the lack of it during my childhood. She said it was scary and lonely. All I'd known for 30 years was work, and all of a sudden I had nothing. Plus, I was mad. I didn't feel fair. I was the same person everyone had always known. She continued, "I moved out of LA, went into a severe depression, started seeing a therapist, and had to go on antidepressants for the first time in my life." However, in our days now, society's perception of the LGBTQ community changed, for that Ellen's life also changed. She now boasts a successful talk show, billion-dollar movie in Finding Dory, and a beautiful wife in Aussie actress Porta de Rossi. After overcoming what she went through, she shared a post by saying, "Eventually, I started meditating, working out, and writing again, and I slowly started to climb out of it." She said, "I can't believe I came back from that point. I can't believe where my life is now." Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp has spoken about his depression following problems with his personal life and alcohol issues. He really did suffer from severe anxiety and explained how life had left him feeling low. After his messy divorce with now ex-wife Amber Heard, when she claimed that during his entire relationship with her, Johnny had been verbally and physically abusive to her. When discussing his life in an interview back in 2018, Depp said, "I was as low as I believe I could have gotten. The next step was, you're going to arrive somewhere with your eyes open, and you're going to leave there with your eyes closed. I couldn't take the pain every day." He continued, "I poured myself vodka in the morning and started writing until the tears filled my eyes, and I couldn't see the page anymore," Depp said, explaining how his personal diary helped up through. He added, "I kept trying to figure out what I'd done to deserve this. I tried being kind to everyone. The truth is most important to me, and all this still happened." It's being reported that Depp conducted this interview over 72 hours while drinking and smoking hash. Eminem. We all know that Eminem had a really tough life growing up, being an only child raised by an impoverished mother with a broken household. His early life taught him how to be tolerant. After his uncle committed suicide and failing grades has propelled Eminem towards becoming a high school dropout. In his adult life, he's been addicted to a pharmacy of drugs, and he struggled with depression and anger. Due to his life being filled with conflicts and controversy, he has married his high school sweetheart Kim twice. She has attempted suicide. They're divorced. He's been jailed for assault, and he's been sued by his mother. Eminem also talked about his feelings after the death of his friend Proof, which has plunged into a deep depression that triggered a creative block that lasted some time. The rapper said, "I think it kind of hit me so hard, it just blindsided me. I just went into such a dark place that with everything, the drugs, my thoughts, everything, and the more drugs I consumed, and it was all the presence I was taking, the more depressed I became, the more self-loathing I became." Angelina Jolie. In her teenage years, Angelina Jolie struggled with strong anxiety that led her to try to commit suicide twice. She said, "I grew up in LA, where focus is very inward. I didn't know why I was so destructive and miserable. I didn't appreciate or understand my life. Success at a young age only made her feel guilt. I was raised in a place where if you have fame and money, and you're decent looking and have the ability to work in this industry, you have everything in the world. Then you attain those things and realize you still couldn't be emptier. I didn't know where to put myself." Believe it or not, when she was 22 years old, Angelina hired a hitman to kill her after her failing attempt to cut off her own veins when she was 19. For some reason, the ritual of having cut myself and feeling the pain, maybe feeling alive, feeling some kind of release, it was somehow therapeutic to me. She also struggled with insomnia and an eating disorder and began experimenting with drugs. By age 20, she had used just about every drug possible, particularly heroin. It was only her humanitarian work that helped her pull through her feelings of emptiness later in her life. Lady Gaga. Just like many teens and adults, Lady Gaga went through strong depression and anxiety. The singer has opened up about her experiences with mental illness, particularly in light of being a sexual assault survivor. Gaga said she's been taking her depression medication. While she said mental health medication isn't for everyone, it's part of her self-care and she's not ashamed. "I openly admit to having battled depression and anxiety, and I think a lot of people do," Gaga said in an interview. "I think it's better when we all say cheers and fess up to it." Also, she once said in a 20-minute long speech, "When I speak about mental health, especially when I'm speaking about mine, it is often met with quietness, or maybe a somber line of fans waiting outside to whisper to me in the shadows about their darkest secrets. We need to bring mental health into the light." Demi Levato. As many other celebrities, Demi Levato also struggled with major depression and drug addiction, and she's been open about it. In an interview with Dr. Phil, Demi Levato discussed her experiences with depression and bipolar disorder, revealing that she struggled with suicidal thoughts as early as age 7, and those thoughts came back throughout several periods of her life. On Tuesday, July 24th, 2018, Demi was rushed to the hospital after a drug overdose that resulted in serious complications for her. But while recovering, Levato wrote in recent Instagram posts, "I now need time to focus on my sobriety and road to recovery. The love you all have shown me will never be forgotten, and I look forward to the day where I can say I came out of this on the other side." It's been said that she's made some major changes since then. And finally, Cara Delevingne. The model and actor Cara Delevingne have said the depression she suffered as a teenager left her feeling alienated and suicidal. She said that when she was a kid, she was often mistaken for a boy. "I hated myself for being depressed. I hated feeling depressed. I hated feeling," she recalls. "I was very good at dissociating from emotion completely. And all the time, I was second-guessing myself, saying something and then hating myself for saying it. I didn't understand what was happening apart from the fact that I didn't want to be alive anymore," she continued. "Being a teenager can feel like you're on a roller coaster to hell. That's what it honestly feels like to me, but you can get through it," she added. "Time moves on, feelings pass, it does get better."